morning, students. Since map work has a lot of weightage for the geography exams, so let us have a quick revision of the maps of Europe and Australia. So here we go. So here is the map of Europe. I am going to begin with the water bodies, and I will begin with the rivers of Europe, which is according to your syllabus. And I'll be moving gradually from the east towards the west. So let us start. Now here we have right in the east the river Volga. Now the river Volga comes from the eastern part, moves towards the south, and it falls into the Caspian Sea. So after marking the river with a blue pen, you will write the name of the river, R full stop, in block letters with a black pen, river Volga. Next we have the river Don. This also starts from the north, moves towards the south, and falls into the Sea of Azov. This is the Sea of Azov. After marking, you will be writing river Don. Next comes river Dnieper. So you will be again using your blue pen, marking it with the color blue, and let it empty in the Black Sea. So this is the Black Sea, and after marking it, you will name the river Dnieper. It starts with D. D-N-I-E-P-E-R. Here we have next the river Danube. Now the river Danube passes through several countries, starts from the Alps in the east, moves towards the eastern part of Europe, makes several curves before emptying itself into the Black Sea. This is another important river after Volga. It is the second longest river in Europe. So this is river Danube. Further south, we have a very important river in Italy, and the name is very short, river Po. So R full stop, river Po. This is found in the northern part of Italy. Okay? Another very important river is the river Rhone. It starts from the north and moves towards the south and falls into the Mediterranean Sea. So you will write over here river Rhone, R-H-O-N-E. Fine. Just opposite to the river Rhone, we have the river Rhine. Now this starts from the south and moves to the north and falls into the North Sea. Now how will you remember? Rhine, Rhone. Rhone, row, sow, south. Remember. So Rhone moves towards the south, Rhine moves towards the north. So river Rhine. Then another important river over here is the river Seine. A very important city, that is the capital of France, that is Paris, is situated along this river Seine. So you will mark the river and write river Seine. Next we come to the river Elbe. It falls into the North Sea just like river Rhine, and you will write over here river Elbe. Another important river along which we have the city of London is the river Thames. Here you will mark it first and then write river Thames. These are the most important rivers which you are supposed to mark in the map of Europe. Two more water bodies which you are supposed to learn is this Lake Onega and Lake Ladoga. So I have marked it and I am shading it. You will be completely coloring it. You will not shade it in the map. So this is Lake Onega and this is Lake Ladoga. Now how will you remember? O, upar, O. So remember it. Lake Onega is on top and then it is Lake Ladoga, which is slightly towards the south. Now apart from these rivers and two lakes which are inside the continent, there are several important seas and oceans around Europe. So let us begin with that. I'll first take up the most important oceans. They are Arctic in the north. So you will mark it with blue and write over here the Arctic Ocean. And to the west of the continent of Europe, we have the Atlantic Ocean. So you can mark it like this and write Atlantic Ocean. Another very important sea to the south is the Mediterranean Sea. So this entire area is watered or covered with the Mediterranean Sea. So you will mark it. You can color this entire area and write it with black. That is Mediterranean Sea. Fine. So these three are the most important water bodies in around the continent of Europe, the Arctic, Atlantic and the Mediterranean Sea in the south. Other smaller seas, bays, straits that I am going to take up, and I will be moving from the east and gradually I will move towards the north. So let us mark. This is the Caspian Sea. So you will color it here in order to make it clear. I am just shading it, but you will not shade, you will color it with blue and you will write the name Caspian Sea. Another important sea over here is the Black Sea. You will again color it and write its name Black Sea. Fine. Now down south, here we have near Greece a sea with the name is Aegean Sea. And to the east of the peninsula of Italy, we have the Adriatic Sea. A very important strait over here, just south of Spain in this part and very close to the north of Africa. There is a very narrow water body and that is known as the Strait of Gibraltar. So you will color this part with blue and you will write Strait of Gibraltar. I am writing ST because there is very little space over here. So Strait of Gibraltar. Further to the north, we have over here the Bay of Biscay. Remember, biscuit, Bay of Biscay. Okay, don't write biscuit, it is Biscay. Okay, here a very important channel, this part is known as the English Channel. So I will write ENG full stop and the English Channel. Many people take the feat of crossing this channel. Next we have over here the North Sea. And over here we have the Baltic Sea. So these are the most important water bodies and rivers of Europe. I hope I have made myself clear and you will be able to remember as I have tried to make it easy for you. You can pause the video and mark this in your map. So now let us move to the next section. In this section, we are going to mark the boundaries of a few countries and also mark a few important cities. So in order to save your time, let me first mark the boundaries first. Now let's start naming the important countries. Now let us begin from the north. So here you can see that I have marked 3 important Scandinavian countries: Norway, Sweden and Finland. Now you can take any colors except blue. Shade the different countries with different colors and then you can name them. So this is Norway, this is Sweden and this is Finland. Down south, here we have Russia, the largest country in the world. Further south, we have Ukraine. Towards the west, we have over here Germany. Adjacent to Germany, we have France. Just towards the northern part of France, we have the United Kingdom. Now please remember that the northern part of Ireland also belongs to the United Kingdom. So please color this island of United Kingdom along with the northern part of Ireland with the same color. Further towards the southwest, we have Spain. Here we have Italy. So these are the important countries which you are supposed to mark. You can pause the video and see where all the countries are and draw the international boundaries with a line and a dot with red color. Let us now move to the next part of the same map, that is political map, and mark a few important cities. So here we go. Here we have the capital of Norway. First I am putting the red dot and writing the name of the capital, Oslo. Then we have the capital of Sweden. It is named Stockholm. So I am writing over here Stockholm. A very important city near Lake Ladoga is St. Petersburg. So here we have St. Petersburg, a very beautiful city. Slightly towards the north, towards the south, I'll just rub this and write Russia over here. We have the capital of Russia, and that is Moscow. Let's move further south. Here we have the capital of Romania along the river, very close to the river Danube. The name of the city is Bucharest. Here, another important city that is, and the capital of Italy, Rome. The capital of Spain. Let's mark it with red and write Madrid. Here we have the city of Lisbon, the capital of Portugal. Moving towards the north, an important city and the capital of France, that is Paris, a place which is known for stylish people. And here we have the capital of Germany along the river Elbe. It is Berlin. And along the river Thames, we have the capital of United Kingdom, that is London. You can see the map, pause the video, and copy the same in your map workbook. In this section, we are going to mark the mountain ranges of Europe. Now, I'll be using a black color to mark and name, but you will be using a brown color to mark, and naming should be done with a black color. So, let us begin. As usual, I am going to start from the east and gradually go towards the west and move on to the north. So let us start. Now here we have an important range between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, and the name of the range is the Caucasus. As we move towards the east, we have an important range to the south of the river Danube, and the name of this range is the Balkans. And just north of the river Danube, there is another important range which is known as the Carpathians. Further towards the west, here we have the Apennines. This is found in Italy, and this mountain range travels from north to south of Italy, and it is known as the backbone of Italy. Just north of Italy, we have the mighty Alps. Further towards the west, an important mountain range which is a natural border between Spain and France is the Pyrenees. And further towards the south in Spain, we have the Sierra Nevada. Further, towards the north, in the countries of Norway, we have an important range which is the Scandinavian mountains. They are very close to the coast and they are moving from the north to the south. So here we have the Scandinavian mountains. So you will write with a black pen and you will write the Scandinavian mountains. So you can copy the map as I have drawn after pausing the video. So let us now move to the next section. So we come to the second part of the video where we will mark the different features of Australia. So let's start first with marking the water bodies in and around Australia. In this map, I will be going in a clockwise direction. So all of you please pay attention. Now here we have the Gulf of Carpentaria. Now I am just shading in blue. You will be coloring it with a blue color pencil and write Gulf of Carpentaria. Like this. So moving in a clockwise direction, here you can color this entire area blue and write, here we have the Coral Sea. This entire region is occupied by the mighty Pacific Ocean. Further south, between Australia and New Zealand, we have the Tasman Sea. In between the mainland of Australia and Tasmania, we have a water body which is known as the Bass Strait. I've written S and T full stop. You can write the entire word Bass Strait. This part where I am shading is the Gulf of Spencer. So this part you can put a small arrow and write the Spencer Gulf as it is named. Spencer Gulf. Here, this entire region is the Great Australian Bight. All these are the water bodies in and around Australia. Now to the west of Australia, we have the Indian Ocean. All these areas are covered by the Indian Ocean. So you can mark it in both these places. Here in this region, we have the Timor Sea. So these are the water bodies around the continent of Australia. Apart from this, there are two major rivers which are in Australia. This river is the River Murray. You can mark it first with blue and write it with a black color. Now Murray has got a very important tributary, that is the River Darling. It starts from the Eastern Highlands and joins the River Murray over here. So you can write the name after marking the river with blue. Here we have an important lake. You can color it. It's an important feature of Australia, and the name of this lake is Lake Eyre. So these are the important water bodies in and around Australia. I hope you all must have understood as I have marked. You can pause the video and mark the same in your map workbook. The rest of the features of Australia are already in the form of videos which you can find in the I button or in the description box below. I wish you all the best for your exams. So that is what we have enough time for today. Thank you.